everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, back at it again on this lovely Tuesday. Oh my gosh, things are happening, my friends. Things are happening. Welcome to the stream again. Thank you guys for coming. If you're ready for today's stream, please smash these likes, subscribe, share this stream out with friends, and say hi in the chat. The more we interact with the stream, the more YouTube shares it out, and the more people can learn about everything going on in crypto. Guys, whoa. Before we get into the news, the nitty-gritties. Again, we have a goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. Yesterday, we absolutely smashed that. We nearly doubled that. So let's get to that goal again today, guys. All right, so we are sponsored by Market Cypher. Make sure you guys check out Market Cypher. Link is in the live chat and in the description. Make sure to use code MISSTeenCrypto for 20% off. We are also sponsored by the lovely Bybit. Make sure to use that link in the live chat and in the description as well. Very excited about today's show. There is so much going on there. I don't know if you guys are seeing my comments in the live chat. Let me know if you are seeing them. Otherwise, then I'm going to have to manually paste this stuff. Oh my gosh. 1 second, guys. I want to make sure you guys get these links in the live chat. Okay, this is for Market Cypher. Use code MISSTeenCrypto for 20% off. And then this code for Bybit, so you guys could also get some awesome bonuses there as well. Here you guys go. Please, again, make sure you smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. We do have a goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. We got Destroyer1911. Hola to you too. Thank you for coming. We got John Jermaine in the chat, Colin, Randy, Gavin, hurro to you too. John Legend, Flat Smack, Nifty Guy. You want more cupcakes? I could go get some cupcakes right now. Antonio, what's up? Nice to see you. Alexandra G, thank you for coming. All right, who else do we have? We have Hector. All right. Welcome. We have Randy A. We have Rusty Bot. Hola to you too. Thank you for coming. Ocean View Coffee. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We got Oh No Y2K. Thank you for coming. It's been a while since I've seen you, friend. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming. XRP for life. Yes, you hit the like. That's awesome. Let's get it. I also have a poll in the chat that I would love for you guys to check out. We have 20 votes, but only 16 likes. That's a little suspect, but it's okay. We have feelings on CBDCs, either evil, no, gosh, no, stop the madness, or I'm all right with it, or I like cupcakes. So let me know what you guys think. Enter that poll. Thank you guys for coming on TikTok. We got VMAX. We have No One Loves Jordan. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for coming. Christopher, nice to see you. Guys, please, we have so many people on TikTok. Make sure you smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. And if you want a better experience with the show, head over to youtube.com/MISSTeenCrypto. Yes, life keeps you busy. Oh no, I know. Buck, good morning. Nice to see you. We got Danny Wells in the chat as well. All right, friends. So we're literally a quarter of our way. Web3 me. Buck, you skipped work so you could see the show. That's some degen stuff right there. Well, thank you for coming and risking some stuff to be here. I appreciate it. Litbit Finance, afternoon from Canada. What's up, Litbit? Thank you for all your zest yesterday. We got Orlando too. Wow, we have so many people following in. I love it. Thank you so much. VMAX, yes, that is true. Revolt to Earn, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Again, friends, make sure you smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. We have a goal of 100 live viewers and 100 likes. We could get there. I'm confident, my friends, because we're zesty individuals. Jay Trader, what's up? Welcome to the show. Listen, friends, we always start off before we get into the drama that is cryptocurrency, that is the TradFi system. Crazy things happening, my friends. We're going to go into the market recap. Let's get after it. We got Bitcoin today, $28,167.86, up 1.22%. Isn't 222 like an angel number? Is that good? Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around. We have Market Cypher B at the bottom, so you can see the momentum went from the bearish side all the way confidently popped through to the upper side here. We have the VWAP that confidently popped through, and we did see that was when Bitcoin took a little bit of a pump. The money flow, though, is kind of going between the red, the green, and the red, which kind of does make sense, being that Bitcoin's kind of been consolidating the last 3-4 days pretty much since its high on Friday. Throughout the weekend, we've kind of just been tinkering around this high 27, low 28K range. We were just above, we were I think we are this morning we were up to 28.3 or something like that, 28,200. Yeah, I think I was right. Pretty much on target there. This morning, we kind of saw a high of $28,350, but we took a dip back to where we are now. We're going to have to see what happens with Bitcoin. We broke above the top of both of our ranges. One top was 24,800 about. The other one was 24,310. Bitcoin just confidently has been going up, but you've seen some consolidation around along the way. Hold on. I see you guys can't see this part. Let me make Bitcoin full screen. This is better. So we have Bitcoin, again, just having these kind of consolidation phases while it's making moves. Like here, there was some sideways trading for a little while. Here, it was a little bit of sideways trading before another pop. This is what Bitcoin kind of does. So I'm waiting to see what happens here with Bitcoin. Will we see 30K Bitcoin this week? We're not far from it. I think Bitcoin has a lot of momentum, a lot of, strength in it, being that we're seeing a little bit of volume coming in here. More bullish volume than bearish volume, which I do love to see. And even if you look at where we were just at the beginning of the year, right? If you look at Bitcoin at the beginning of the year, this was right here, Sunday, January 1st. Bitcoin was at around $16,000, and we see where we've gone from there. So really impressive what Bitcoin has done since the beginning of the year, really outperforming all assets. And Bitcoin, period, is the highest performing asset. There's no asset that's ever outperformed Bitcoin, period. So despite all the FUD, despite all the things that Bitcoin is going through and the TradFi system is going through, Bitcoin still seems to be prevailing. Bitcoin, again, did stuff that no one predicted. People thought we were going down for the next 3 years or until I'm 30. People were saying we're never seeing upside for Bitcoin for at least another year. Stop exposing me, TradingView. Gosh. But again, Bitcoin defied the odds. People said it was downwards from there. That did not happen. Bitcoin went up, and it was like a nice confident swing where we saw, again, we went up, we retraced a few times. Even at the top of our FTX comeback, this is when we dipped from FTX. We were tinkering for a while, made a comeback, and we kind of retraced. We went up a little bit, we retraced, went back to basically our FTX recovery, and sprung way back up, despite, again, the TradFi system literally falling apart around this time. TradFi system falling apart, and Bitcoin said, I don't care, I'm going up, because I don't need the TradFi system. I am my own beast. Even if Bitcoin retraces a little bit, that's healthy. Number can always go up. We got to be realistic. However, we have some bullish momentum coming in for Bitcoin. Hopefully this remains. Hopefully this stays. Let me know your thoughts in the chat if you guys are bullish right now on Bitcoin, whether you're looking for a retrace, if you're ready for 30K Bitcoin. I'm always bullish on Bitcoin. So you guys know where I stand. Again, have this hodl mentality, right? You look at all of this, it looks so scary. It's like, no, volatility, scary times. But if you look at our little glorious green line here, you would see, if you didn't check, again, your portfolio since this time in June, you wouldn't have even known all of this happened. So let's say you stepped away from Bitcoin. You're sleeping under a rock since June. You would not have known all of this has happened. So keep that hodl mentality in mind. When in doubt, zoom out on the charts. We know where Bitcoin's going. We know where Bitcoin has been. But I could only say so much. We got Ethereum up 4.5%, actually outperforming Bitcoin today, which is surprising to see since Ethereum has been kind of falling behind Bitcoin's momentum. As you can see, we have some highlighted points here that we were going over. Right now, we're at $1,818 Bitcoin. I remember talking to you guys saying if Ethereum can close above $1,800, I would love to see it. Yesterday, we had our candle, the highest was 1,787. We saw $1,740 Ethereum. And now this green candle is kind of just recovering that. And hopefully, again, we could close above $1,800 Ethereum. That to me would be really spicy, considering that the $1,730 range has been a little bit of a tiff for Ethereum to break past, even though we did have a nice close above it at almost $1,800, but not quite, at $1,792, $1,795 Ethereum. I would like to see it close above at least above $1,800. That would make me really happy. Stay above this little kind of resistance tiff level, as I like to call it. A little tiff. We have some volume coming in, not as much volume as this point in November during the FTX crash when Ethereum really took a tumble. We haven't seen this high of a volume level since that point. We've seen a little bit in between bullish, bearish momentum here, but not a lot of volume. I would like to see more volume, more confidence, I guess, in the money flow coming into Ethereum. Even market cipher, momentum moving on to the upside. Litecoin having a ball right now, up 4.85%, sitting at $82.14. We've had a little bit of volatility with Litecoin over the past, I guess, a few months, being that mid-January we were sitting around the same levels, $86 Litecoin. Right now we're kind of in that weird point where we're just having pumps, dumping a little bit, and just giving back and taking gains again. So I don't really know what to say about Litecoin. I love Litecoin, as you guys know. I think it's great, sound money. In terms of this chart, it's a little bit confuzzling, to be honest. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts here, but I think Litecoin has a lot of momentum. I think Litecoin could really do some dramatic moves here. So that's what I'm thinking, right? You know, I'm not happy with under $90 Litecoin, but Litecoin has so much room to run to the upside that I don't know if I'm worried about it right now. I don't think I'm worried about Litecoin, period. And I don't think I've ever been worried about it. However, you do have to take note if you're trying to trade, trying to have this price action and capitalize on that. Again, do your own research. I think the fundamentals of Litecoin are great, which is why I'm not too concerned about its price. However, it does have a lot of moves that could make a lot of room to run. This is our nice little market recap. I really hope Litecoin, what would make me happy with Litecoin, just like Ethereum closing over $1,800, I would love to see Litecoin recover and close above $90. That would make me so happy. Bring us back to this range. You know, you never know. Again, have a bullish and a bearish case scenario. You know, Litecoin could take a dip, or, you know, it could go beyond expectations and just go back to this $105 point and kind of sit around there. You never know. You never know. I'm not a trader. I'm just telling you the price action. I'm just telling you what's going on. And what crypto has taught me the most is that you, again, never know what's going to happen. You can only trade so much. You could look at the patterns on the charts. You could look at all of these indicators. What matters is the bullish and bearish case scenario. We even had a nice anchor wave and a little bit some trigger waves here for Litecoin too, which could be indicative of some greenery. You never know. Even money flow is coming back into the green as well for Litecoin. So that gives me some more hope there in terms of maybe some positive price action. Thoughts in the chat. Please give me some thoughts out here. Web3Me is LTC. It could be looked at as the silver to Bitcoin's gold. You know, we have 21 million Bitcoin, 84 million Litecoin. So I could see where, you know, the digital silver comes into play. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. It is nice to see all you guys. You have a sailing to crypto in the chat. Who else is here? Bullduck came. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. We have Timmy313. You're a fan of Litecoin with the privacy feature. Yes. MWeb, I think, is great. And I think MWeb is really going to save lives. And I hate to be dramatic, but that's really the way it is, you know, especially when banks are shutting down accounts and we want to have that privacy of sound money. You know, regular Litecoin, of course, and Bitcoin, it's very transparent. You see all the addresses, all your transactions and stuff like that. However, if you're, you know, doing a TradFi transaction with your debit card, they don't know how much money is in your account. They don't know transactions you've done in the past, and they don't need to. So I think the MWeb function covers that also. And yeah, I think it's going to save a lot of people. MC Lo-Fi, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. The Boo Man, welcome. Anyone else here? I think I got everyone. All right. Oh, wait, I missed someone. I saw someone with an A. All right, I guess I missed it. Oh, All Track. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming. That's who I missed. Miguel Costa, welcome. Gaming with Smokey Dan. What's up? Thank you for popping out. I appreciate it. Brad, welcome to the show. Yes, you bring up Buck, CBDCs. Listen, man, CBDCs are for real. What's up, Antonio? I see your little wave emoji in there. We have 50 people watching and only 34 likes. Let's change the vibe. We have, again, a goal of 100 live viewers and 100 likes. Let's get after it. We can do it. We can do it. What's up, Monday? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Let's share some love to the chat. Let's share some love to the stream. Friends, CBDCs. CBDCs are here. CBDCs are coming fast. And there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. What we can do is try to educate. What we can do is try to have people in the higher places, I guess, to talk about how this could change. Oh.
Happy National 3D Day NFT style.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Litbit. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, CBDCs are madness, Olive. CBDCs are madness. And I'm not a fan. CBDCs are not private. CBDCs are not permissionless. CBDCs are the eclipse of your life, not just your finances. You can make a purchase that could get banned. You can do something, attend a protest or attend an event of some sort that is not liked by the people that maybe control this money. Your account will be shut down. What makes it worse is that your money could expire with a CBDC. So let's say you get $1,000 to help you pay for groceries and things like that, but you have to spend it by the end of the month. You can't just spread that out. That is absolutely dangerous. It's also surveillance. You're doing a transaction. Everything is seen. Everything could be stopped. And I will go through a ton of things today regarding CBDCs. This is something that just came out. Tom Emmer, he is a congressman for Minnesota's 6th district. He has come out with the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act, which again gives us the opportunity to make sure a CBDC, if it does come out, a digital dollar, if it does come out, it is not going to be total surveillance and eclipse your life. He did send a clip to the Digital Chamber conference that's going on today. So let's play a little bit of a clip from Tom Emmer because I really feel like he worded this really well. Again, friends on TikTok, head over to youtube.com/MissTeenCrypto if you want to see all the visuals here.
In real time over the internet, enter crypto, a technology that can shift economic power from centralized institutions back into the hands of the people. It's transformational, and it can be threatening to unelected bureaucrats and career politicians here in Washington, D.C. As the federal government seeks to maintain and expand the financial control to which it's grown accustomed, the idea of the central bank digital currency has gained traction within the institutions of power in the United States. As government-controlled, programmable money that can easily be weaponized into a surveillance tool, the very ethos of central bank digital currencies is everything Bitcoin and crypto stands against. It's everything the United States of America stands against. Unlike decentralized cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, CBDCs are a digital form of sovereign currency that are designed and issued by the federal government and transact on a ledger that is controlled by the federal government. In short, a digital dollar, if not designed to emulate cash, could give the federal government not only significant transaction level data down to the individual user, but also the ability to program the CBDC to choke out politically unpopular activity. For this reason, I introduced the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act to halt efforts of unelected bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. from issuing a central bank digital currency that strips Americans of their right to financial privacy. Recent actions from the...
And then there was a good clip around here.
CBDC research and development, and a mindset that the United States has fallen behind other nations like China in crypto development, our Federal Reserve, the Treasury, White House, and others are frantically working to, in their minds, keep up with our competitors. But nothing could be more dangerous than adhering to a manufactured sense of urgency like this and ultimately developing a CBDC that is not open, permissionless, and private. So, as other countries like China develop CBDCs that fundamentally omit the benefits and protections of cash, it is more important than ever to ensure the United States digital currency policy upholds our American values of privacy, individual sovereignty, and free market competitiveness.
Whoa. That is so absolutely powerful. Don't sacrifice your freedom for convenience of a digital dollar. Don't sacrifice your freedom.
The question becomes...
Don't sacrifice your freedom for convenience. We have... What Tom Emmer is saying is exactly true. It's a surveillance tool. A CBDC is something that is absolutely controllable and is on a blockchain that is, again, controlled by the Federal Reserve. And only the Federal Reserve or the central bank can approve your transactions. So again, if you partake in an event that's not liked by the common narrative, your money will be taken from you. You won't be able to put food on your table for your family. Don't sacrifice, again, your freedom for a digital dollar. We already have a digital currency that's permissionless, that's trustless, that is 24/7 and is decentralized. That is Bitcoin. Nothing represents America more. Nothing represents freedom more than Bitcoin. I'm not the only one that thinks this. Thank gosh, because all you guys are in the chat. So shout out to you guys. Mr. NC is here. Danny Wells. Nice to see you guys all in the show. XX, nice to see you. The US dollar crashes when they mint quadrillions of CBDC. Bitcoin skyrockets to 1 million by end of June. Prediction NFA. We have billionaires betting on it. Man, if that happens, that would be wild. Because we'll talk about it later, what's going to happen with the digital dollar. Armani, thank you for coming. Yar, yar. Please, everybody throw a yar in the chat for Armani. Please. Justin Eubanks, thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate you. I see you, fam. Again, let's do that 100 likes and 100 live viewer goal that we have, my friends. We can do it. We have Tom Emmer speaking out about central bank digital currencies, why we should be using Bitcoin. Yesterday, we were going over this. Ron DeSantis said no CBDCs in Florida. He is calling on the legislature to prohibit the use of CBDCs in Florida, protecting people of Florida from government surveillance and control over their finances and over their lives. Ron DeSantis is looking to ban CBDCs in the state of Florida. This is a clip from yesterday that we could go over a little bit. Oh, thank you guys for putting yars in the chat. You guys are so awesome. You guys are actually yarring. Let's go. Let's go. That's so awesome. Okay, let's watch.
Policies. And my question is, are you interested in giving these economic central planners more power over our economy, more power over your daily life and your economic activity? And I answer that question, HE double hockey sticks. No, we cannot have that happening. And so that's why we're here today, because we've seen a lot of mismanagement from the economic central planners. It's just by nature. You cannot do this effectively without there being major costs to pay. And so some want to increase power to these organizations such as the Federal Reserve. And so last year, President Biden issued an executive order to explore the creation of a U.S. central bank digital currency, effectively converting the dollar into a centralized digital currency. And this is different than things like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. A centralized digital currency is directly controlled and issued by the government to consumers, and it provides the government with a direct view of all consumer activities. And so this is something that is being proposed as somehow being environmentally sustainable, a way to increase access to consumers who lack the means to join a traditional bank. But as we've come to learn, any way they can get into society to exercise their agenda, they will do it. So what the central bank digital currency is all about is surveilling Americans and controlling behavior of Americans. And how do we know? Because we've seen this happen in other parts of the world. Look at no further than China to see the impacts of centralized digital currency. The People's Bank of China uses its central bank to monitor citizen behavior, allowing for the surveillance of spending habits and to cut off access to goods and services.
Ron DeSantis, Ron DeSantis. Again, he did tweet. Ron DeSantis tweeted this morning, the Biden administration's creation of a central bank digital currency is about one thing, control. I'm calling on the legislature to prohibit the use of a so-called CBDC in Florida, protecting Floridians from government surveillance and control in their personal finances. Go off. Again, he does propose a law to ban CBDCs. Quote, today's announcement will protect Florida consumers and businesses from the reckless adoption of a central digital dollar, which will stifle innovation and promote government-sanctioned surveillance, DeSantis said in a press release. The proposed law will also prohibit in Florida the use of a CBDC issued by any overseas central bank. The governor's statement calls on other states to adopt similar legislation. Again, Joe Biden issued an executive order for the federal government to study the possible uses and risks of a CBDC, although this is a little bit of a fib, being that people are already doing this. They already said the digital dollar is low-key underway. My friend on TikTok, if you want to find the link to my YouTube channel, click my profile in that link in the description. Ron DeSantis. So with this legislative proposal from Ron DeSantis, he wants to ban the CBDCs in Florida and also any CBDC issued by any foreign overseas central bank. So there is no way for central bank digital currencies or any sort of control to enter the state of Florida. That's pretty spicy to me. That's pretty spicy to me. And again, he brings up Bitcoin. He brings up cryptocurrency. The crypto bull, the Florida governor needs to run for president. Listen, man, I'm not getting political out here, but we need people that are more pro-crypto in office for sure. Sandeep, thank you for coming. Broke Oshi, what's up? GM. Ron DeZesti, oh my gosh, Olive, that's hilarious. Ron DeZesti. Listen, I don't care if you're right, you're left, you're red, you're blue, you're purple, you're yellow, green, whatever color your political party is. I do not care. I care about people getting their freedom, people owning their assets, truly taking control over what's theirs. And that's what Bitcoin does for you. Like Tom Emmer says, like Ron DeSantis says, CBDCs are a surveillance tool. CBDCs are a gateway to enter your personal finances, your life, control your life. CBDCs, the digital dollar, has been underway in various works. The New York Fed launched a 12-week CBDC pilot program with major banks on November 15th of 2022. Ex-Biden advisor said the administration was pushing for a digital dollar since March 2022. There's Project Hamilton in cooperation with the Federal Reserve of Boston and MIT so that you could also have a nice way of displaying your CBDC. So they're working on wallets and actually testing out the digital currency. San Francisco Federal Bank is looking at CBDC system development. Now we have the FedNow service. And the thing with the FedNow service, which we will go over, is the same person who's in charge of the Federal Reserve FedNow service is also the person that is connected to Project Hamilton. Absolutely wild. We're going to go over it right now. New York Fed. So we have people fighting the digital dollar. Yet so much has been going on behind closed doors. November 15th of 2022, the New York Fed launched a 12-week CBDC pilot program with major banks. This included BNY Mellon, Citi, HSBC, MasterCard, PNC Bank, TD Bank, Truist, US Bank, and Wells Fargo. Quote, the NYIC looks forward to collaborating with members of the banking community to advance research on asset tokenization in the future of financial market infrastructures in the U.S. as money and banking evolves, said NYIC Director Per von Zelowitz. Proof of concept is testing the technical feasibility, legal viability, and business applicability of distributed ledger technology, as well as simulate tokens and explore regulatory frameworks. The New York Fed said the project could be potentially extended to a multi-currency operation and regulated stablecoins. Regulated stablecoins. This is from November 2022. Do not think that this foreshadowed the crypto crackdown. In November of 2022, as the Federal Reserve Bank of New York was pushing their New York Fed pilot program for CBDCs, they were saying they wanted to extend this to multi-currency operations and regulated stablecoins. This was November. Now, we're seeing in the beginning of this year of 2023, the attack on stablecoins, BUSD, USDC PEG. Is this all a lead up for a regulated digital dollar? Or just come out with the CBDC already, instead of saying it's a regulated stablecoin? The attack on stablecoins is real, and it could have been predicted with this article if people were really watching. Which, if you were here, my friends, you were. Wink. I hope I did that wink right. Did I do a good wink? I don't think I could wink, guys. I think this is a problem. Aaron, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. CC, what up? What up? What up? Anders, thank you for coming. Texas and Florida will guide the states in the U.S. to freedom. Basically, that's what they're doing now. Mark Smithson, the feds are your friends. LOL. Why so serious? What's up? So you guys said I said I could wink. That's good. As long as you guys say I could wink, that's all I really care about. Jason, you said I do a good wink? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Again, please make sure you're smashing these likes. We have 69 people watching, LOL, and 61 likes. Please, let's make sure we smash those likes and share this stream out with friends. Let's get 100 likes. We could do it. Now, the ex-Biden advisor said the administration was pushing for a digital dollar. This was Dileep Singh, and he told U.S. senators the administration was in active pursuit of a digital dollar as a means to crowd out private cryptocurrencies that enable ransomware and sanctions violations. Singh, appointed by Biden as deputy director of the National Economic Council and deputy national security advisor at the National Security Council, was serving the president when the admin issued the executive order to encourage U.S. regulation of digital assets, he recalled in a Senate Banking Committee hearing. He said Biden's March 2022 order was trying to push our government to launch a digital dollar, which I think is the best single step that we could take because it would crowd out the ecosystem of crypto and allow national security adversaries like Russia to exploit our deficiencies, our weaknesses in terms of critical infrastructure. That's your fault if there's weaknesses in our infrastructure. That's not on us. And how Tom Emmer kind of worded it really nice is that if the United States feels as though they're falling behind, then why make the rush for a CBDC that will literally eclipse all the rights of Americans? Again, there's nothing more free. There's nothing that represents America more than Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, the CBDC is not going to be here in the U.S. Nah. What are you guys saying in the chat? Sassy Mama, hi, nice to see you. Tech, what's up? I don't want government currency either. I feel you. Sophisticated, what's up? One wink. Oh, is that like a combo deal, Mark? One wink for $4 and two for $6. That's hilarious. It's like the 4 for $4 at Wendy's. Like, Julio, what's up? Doyle, thank you for coming. All right, one wink, two wink. and a wink with both eyes. There we go. If you guys remember, Jerome Powell was telling us the last time he was on, one of the last times he was on TV, a CBDC was incoming.
Engage the Federal Reserve as their fiscal agent. You've testified here many times before that to issue a central bank digital currency, that would have to be authorized by statute by Congress. Is that still your testimony?
That is absolutely the case as it relates to a retail CBDC. There are potential forms of a wholesale CBDC that we need to look at. It's less clear, but we've always been talking about retail CBDC, and that's something we would certainly need congressional approval for.
And what would be a parameter on something that's not a retail CBDC where you think that could be issued in some form or fashion without Congress's direct statutory authorization?
It would be, for example, it would just be something between banks. So it would look an awful lot like a bank reserve. And you might ask, well, why would we need it? And that's...
So basically he is saying you don't need any congressional approval for this to happen. Absolutely wild.
That's a really good question, too.
And that's what happens. Unelected bureaucrats making decisions. That's what Tom Emmer talks about.
Yeah.
But it's just something that's literally within a wholesale market.
But that speaks that you might have a blockchain between banks and the Fed using a central bank digital currency token to settle transactions institutionally inside the So that leads me to FedNow, which is supposed to be up and running, I think, this summer, somewhat behind the scene there. I would like to ask you to formally have this full committee briefed on that by the Federal Reserve. I know the chair of the Kansas City Bank was involved. She's now left. And I think the committee has a lot of...
We want answers. Chirpow is not giving us answers. Chirpow! Why Chirpow? Why? Yes, I did watch that, CC. I actually recorded this video with my phone because I couldn't find the clip anywhere. So I'm a crazy person, guys. I'm a crazy person. I see something on TV, I take my phone out and I record it. I'm not waiting for anyone to post it. Now, again, what Tom Emmer refers to in his videos about CBDCs is that unelected bureaucrats are making decisions. And what Jerome Powell is basically saying is that there is going to be a retail CBDC. It's always something they thought of. Wholesale CBDCs meaning more like a federal, more of a reserve between banks. It's all coming. But that, he said, the wholesale CBDC doesn't have to really be approved by Congress. And there's going to be swerves. Do not let these people swerve. Now, as I was watching this hearing, I heard the term Project Hamilton. I'm like, what's Project Hamilton? If you guys haven't been here, because I've been trying to warn people about a ton of stuff before it makes the headlines, because I'm trying to do my research so you guys know what's happening here. Project Hamilton, Boston Fed, MIT complete research project into feasibility of a central bank digital currency. This was the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology into the technical feasibility of a potential CBDC is now complete. The Fed's work on CBDC with MIT's digital currency initiative is known as Project Hamilton. Boston's Fed Executive Vice President Jim Cunha said the now concluded project was agnostic from the start about any future policy decisions regarding new tech and U.S. currency. Instead, he said the project is focusing on better understanding the capabilities and limitations of different tech that might be used to manage and transfer CBDCs. Quote, Project Hamilton took a critical early steps toward a deeper understanding of how money might work better for all. They published its research on a transaction processor. The processor was developed as an open source software called Open CBDC, and the project leaders urged global contributors to continue working on it. So again, they're saying this is all open, and you could see the code. Project Hamilton was named for a central bank founding father as Alexander Hamilton and pioneering MIT and Apollo mission computer scientist Margaret Hamilton. Boston Fed Assistant Vice President Bob Bench said the team wanted a better understanding of how money could work in the future. Now, if you look at the research that it has published, I don't know if I have that page up right now. Oh, this is the right one. Basically, they were saying at the beginning it was in its early stages, but what they included is that test phase 2 include critical questions about high security issuance, system-wide auditability, programmability, how to balance privacy with compliance, technical roles for intermediaries, and resilience of denial of service attacks. How to balance privacy with compliance. I highly suggest you read through there. They're saying that you'll have those private keys, and funds are addressed to public keys, and wallets create a cryptographic signature to authorized payments. You keep reading, and they also say that they're going to have a transaction processor. The transaction processor, run by a trusted operator such as the central bank, stores cryptographic hashes representing an unspent central bank funds. Each hash commits a public key and value, while it's issue signed transactions which destroy the funds being sent and create an equivalent amount of new funds owned by the receiver. So you're just sending magic internet money that's being burned, and then more people get new money. The transaction processor validates transactions and atomically and durably applies changes to the set of unspent funds. In addition, in this version of our work, there are no intermediaries, fees, or identities outside of public keys. However, our design supports adding these roles and other features in the future. So what they're saying right now is that they have the wallet set up, but your your transactions are going to be approved by the central bank, and they're going to design a way to keep you in check. They're going to design a way to know who's doing what. Project Hamilton, Federal Reserve of Boston, and MIT, something almost nobody knows about, yet they're testing out CBDCs. And they're trying to find a way to balance privacy with compliance. In addition, with this experiment, funds are put through, funds are processed by a transaction processor run by a trusted operator such as the central bank. So again, you're having to rely on the central bank to process your transactions and to allow you to purchase something, which you don't have to do with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you don't need anyone to say, okay, you can transact. It's an open, trustless, permissionless network. Nifty guy, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you. That's a really cute sticker you put there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, we have 122 viewers, 104 likes. Let's get after it, guys. This is wild. We're being like projected into the algo right now, the YouTube algo. Let's get it. Let's get 150 people in here. Let's get 150 likes. Let's do it. Dave Digital, do I have a tinfoil hat? I might need one. Listen, I'm telling you guys what I know. I'm giving you information. Nothing here, nothing I display is nothing other than fact. Fact. I will never speak out of my butt for a lack of better words. I will never do that. I'm only giving you the actual facts. The facts are that the digital dollar is something that's not new. CBDCs are something that's not new. Project Hamilton, the Federal Reserve of Boston, the Fed in general, they're all working together. All these central banks are working together. If you deny that, if you think that's not happening, you're in denial. There's no tinfoil hat needed when you have the actual documents, you have the actual facts. Crypto Quandary, thank you so much for coming. I miss you so much, dude. I miss you so much. Jeff, Ronald, thank you for coming. Steven Sansbury, Final Kens, All Set Miner, thank you for coming. Is Gary Gensler here? Does he know about Project Hamilton? Cool Cat Crypto, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. All right. Scott, thank you for joining. T-Bone, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we're getting back into the news. If you guys remember, San Francisco, they eyed CBDC system development, and they posted this job on LinkedIn. Senior application developer for digital currency, and the candidate is expected to aid the Federal Reserve in designing and implementing systems critical to CBDC research, revealing its intention, the Fed's post read, quote, given the dollar's important role, the Federal Reserve System seeks to further understand the costs and benefits of potential tech and central bank digital currencies and how the system better understand this emerging field. Well, if you want to apply, you can make a hefty amount from $110K to $170K a year. The CBDC experiments are going. They're popping. And now we have the Federal Reserve actually launching their FedNow service in July. Now, this is something that I'm not happy about, something that I'm not really looking for, I'm not looking for happiness here. Hold on. There wasn't like an August update that I wanted to show you guys. Wow. I cannot even find this one. It was up before. Wow, that's so weird. March 15th. All right. Whatever. I can't find it. But this is one that is still really interesting. The Federal Reserve announces July launch for the FedNow service. This is going to, of course, give people or banks the opportunity to transact value instantly. Now, the problem I see with this is how do you add all of these robust set of core clearing and settlement functionality and value-added features? More features and enhancement will be added in future releases. They're trying to be the leading edge payment system that's resilient, adaptive, and accessible. Blah, blah. Instant payments by financial institutions around the clock. If there are instant payments, if the FedNow program comes out, does that cause bank runs faster? Because even now, if you do like ACH, if you do other types of transfers, it could take 1 to 3 days to process, 1 to 3 days to go through. If you had FedNow, where you could instantly exchange and move money, that's going to cause a faster bank run. So the FedNow program might actually backfire on the Fed. So there you go. That's just my thoughts. So we have FedNow coming. I'm not, again, you guys know I'm not a fan of FedNow. And I'll never be a fan of FedNow. I'll never be a fan of pretty much anything that has to do with government coins and control. Now, there was one really good clip from Jack Mallers yesterday, if you guys want to take a look. Jack Mallers literally went on CNBC and roasted. Absolutely wild what occurred here. Listen in.
Welcome back to Power Lunch. We spoke about it last.
All right, let's get to the questions.
Inflationary. There's no obvious reason why now would be hyperinflationary either.
Yeah. So Kelly, it's actually not that complicated, and I'm excited to try and convey that to America. There's a market term that's used here in Chicago a lot, is demand finds supply. What do I mean by that? If Ken Griffin is going to want to buy the most expensive condo in America, someone will build it for him. Someone will put a 201st floor in Miami's tallest building. If silver's going to 1000x, I will walk into my kitchen right now. I will melt all my silverware and I will sell it at market. If gold is going to rally, Elon Musk will find more on Mars. Bitcoin this is a super important point. Bitcoin is the only monetary instrument in the history of our species that is fixed. It does not matter how much more demand comes into the asset class, Kelly. No one will ever be able to make more of it. There are two things I can guarantee you in my life. One, that I'll die, and the other, that there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. And those are what's the two things that I can only value as my life and my Bitcoin. So it is the only...
It's fixed.
All right, this question, guys, if you don't think we're early, please listen to this question. You are going to laugh.
Supply fixed, and it...
Listen to it.
It's going to go up because everything else can be issued more. Does that make sense?
Why? You've got to explain to me one thing. Why is the supply fixed? And is that because someone says it's fixed who could change their mind?
No, it's a great point and question, Tyler. It's because it's written in the software and the software is distributed. There is no one person to ask. There is no one person to trust. The whole decentralization, is it decentralized so that you could put pictures and NFTs on the blockchain? Is it decentralized so that you could fix gaming? No, it's decentralized so that the defendants of the monetary policy are distributed, is so that it's a network of computers that actually defend the policy and the instrumentation of the monetary asset. That is not the case for Ethereum. That is not the case for any other altcoin.
It is the case for Litecoin. So I will butt heads on Jack Mallers for this one. Listen, he knows that he will die, and he knows there will only be 21 million Bitcoin, but there will also ever be 84 million Litecoin. So that he said for any other altcoin, it's not true. Litecoin, again, has a finite supply. It's fixed. It's proof of work, completely decentralized, fairest launch besides Bitcoin. So that's just something I wanted to throw in there. That was also a good point by Jack. There were also some other questions there, but it was the end of the stream that really got people going, that I thought was really zesty. Hold on. But I want to go. Please. Please work. Please. Oh, come on, man. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's giving me a little bit of trouble. But Jack Mallers absolutely roasted. And he basically was saying that, yes, Bitcoin is important. It's the only thing that's really controlled in the sense that there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin.
We spoke about it.
Let me see if I could get the end of this. Think I got it. Nope, I'm lying. Sheesh, man. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm refreshing, Julio. I'm refreshing.
Well,
okay. Let's go from here. This is good. I want this is spicy. What? It was just working. It was just working. Guys, I'm so devastated. I'm devastated. Well, I guess I have to move on because this is being mean to me. I cannot believe how mean this is. Dang it. Dang it. All right. So let's...
Chicago. I don't know if you had any exposure there. We're going to be averaging inflation for the next...
Okay. There we go. This is the spicy part.
Load of crap. It's a politically correct way. The swap lines
we just instituted over the weekend. As you know, the market is telling us we've gone from having expected 3.5% inflation last year to just over 2% now for the next 5 years. Again, it's it doesn't see inflation accelerating and picking up from here. Look at the swap lines we just instituted over the weekend. It reiterates the dollar's dominance in the global financial system. And if anything, we're going to be averaging inflation for the next decade that probably looks a lot more like the 2010s we just came from. It was not inflation. And Bitcoin still did very well, by the way. It was not an inflationary period.
Yeah, but Kelly, these swap lines and treating these assets at par that these banks are holding is a load of crap. It's a politically correct way. The swap lines over the weekend were a politically correct way going into an election year for the Federal Reserve to bail out foreign big institutions and not take care of the little guy in the United States of America. Those things aren't trading at par. If they were trading at par, when I walked down to my bank on the corner and I said, I want my money, they'd be able to hand it to me. They can't, Kelly. So this is just a masquerade load of nonsense. They have to backstop these things with new money, and you're seeing risk on assets, you're seeing scarce assets actually be big winners here. So you could call it inflation because the CPI is a load of nonsense, right? Like the government's going to tell me how the dollar is inflating based on a basket of instruments. Like my Netflix subscription or my Caesar salad doesn't actually tell me how well the dollar is doing or how much it's being devalued. Miami real estate does. Bitcoin does. Bitcoin's up over 50% this year. Yeah. You're telling me that the dollar's not inflating? You're out of your mind. I'm not listening to that. The Fed and the whole monetary system is based on trust, and they constantly break that trust. It'd be the equivalent of there's a fire outside of my house. I smell the smoke, and someone's telling me, no, it's just a bunch of teenagers putting on a bonfire. Okay, but I hear one siren. I hear one police siren. Yeah. Are you sure it's a bonfire? Yeah, it's a bonfire. Now I hear 10 sirens, 100 sirens. Now my whole community is running out. I'm not going to get up and look outside the window, Kelly, and see what's going on. I don't believe them for a second. You've got to be absolutely crazy to believe the Federal Reserve right now. They're full of it, and I don't have to because I own Bitcoin. There's no one that could deflate my instrument. I get to hold it, save in it. I know the monetary policy. I sleep like a baby, like the baby face that I am. Jack, I think you're crazy if you believe the Fed and these swap lines and treating these assets at par. It's a gimmick. It's a scam.
We appreciate your time today. Jack Maller's upstrike.
There was no comeback there. So Jack Maller's really laid it on them, fam. Laid it on them. Bitcoin, again, is decentralized. It defends, the monetary policy is defended by the network of computers, the miners that interact with that blockchain, that solve complex computer algorithms. They solve complex mathematic algorithms in order to secure our network. You run a node, you secure the network. You transact with Bitcoin, you secure the network. This is Bitcoin's moment. This is Bitcoin's moment. Bitcoin was made for this point in time. As the banks are going down, as people are concerned about their money, you have to flock somewhere, and that is Bitcoin. Janet Yellen, though, she said everything's fine, and she defended government intervention for Silicon Valley Bank and said our intervention was necessary to protect the broader U.S. banking system, and similar actions could be warranted if smaller institutions suffered deposit runs that pose the risk of contagion. Remember, friends, if you have over 250K, you are screwed in the banking system. So keep that in mind. In terms of CNBC, in terms of CBDCs, India and the United Arab Emirates collaborated on developing digital currencies. This was, again, something that was jointly, and it was a conduct proof of concept pilot and bilateral CBDC bridge to facilitate cross-border CBDC transactions and remittance of and trade, the announcement said. So we have India, United Arab Emirates, India central bank seeking privacy legislation for CBDC users. The India's central bank is advocating for legislation that will allow users of its retail central bank digital currency to delete transactions from the network's ledger in order to maintain anonymity. The Reserve Bank of India is currently running both retail and wholesale CBDC pilots. The CBDC is active in at least 15 cities. The latest numbers show that 100K customers and 13 banks are participating in the pilot now. This came out today. India's finance ministry might have to bring legislation to the parliament for the RBI to have legal backing to institute the delete option onto its CBDC. We're working on how to ensure privacy is maintained in our CBDC. We're asking the government to provide a legal backing in the form of legislation to allow customers to delete transactions to maintain anonymity if they so choose to. Litecoin MWeb solves this. MWeb technology solves this. And again, you don't want transactions to be deleted. Like, this is not good. It's something, again, that's controlled, so a blockchain that's manipulated. And deleting your transaction is not going to give you anonymity if when you conduct a transaction, it's being tracked. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, India, like, they'll say, oh, you could delete your transaction, but when you conduct the transaction, people are going to know who it is and what you're doing, what you're buying. So what's the point if you could delete it? That's not giving you any privacy. Privacy is you being able to self-custody and use a decentralized cryptocurrency in order to conduct a transaction, which then you will see on a blockchain, which is immutable, and multiple people, multiple computers, hundreds of thousands, have copies to that as well. New news from the EU. EU crypto banking license procedures are too inconsistent. Requests for crypto licenses by banks that are in countries of the European Union need to be more consistent, given the divergence of crypto laws within the region, the European Central Bank said in its annual report published on Tuesday. A number of requests are coming from tech-driven banks, and the ECB wants to impose more control over the fragmented system. Quote, national frameworks governing crypto assets are quite significantly, the central bank said. The ECB is taking steps to harmonize the assessment of licensing requests involving crypto assets. Most applications for licensing have come from Germany because of requirements under that country's national law, and one comes from Luxembourg. While the nation's supervisors, such as Germany's BaFin, are responsible for monitoring smaller banks that lie within its borders, the ECB has the final right to decide whether to grant or withdraw a license. So again, there's always a centralized entity in control of everything. ECB in February told that they were going to push tougher rules for new capital standards, just trying to push out innovation, but they know they can't hold it back. However, if you take a look at the EU, the ECB, they've been looking into digital euros for a long time. A digital euro will provide an anchor of stability for our money in the digital age, according to the European Central Bank. What you need to know, it's an electronic means of payment to be used in the euro area. But the timeline, where do they stand? They started investigating in October of 2021. That is wild, my friends. Absolutely wild. This is their full timeline of what they plan to do. Autumn 2023, we're probably going to hear more after the summer. Probably after the FedNow program takes place is when they're going to really push it in other countries. But again, they started investigating in October 2021 and expected to take around 2 years, concluding in October of this year. So watch out for the digital euro. You have FedNow coming in July, and you have the digital euro coming probably in October of 2023. So how many places have we gone over today that are hoping for a CBDC, a digital currency? We have the US, we have India, we have the ECB with the digital euro, the Bank of Russia, China. How many more? Russia is planning to put their pilot out in April. This was from last month that we were going over this. It was at a fintech conference, and they said the pilot will work on real operations for real people, but only a limited number of them, with 13 banks that have signaled they're ready. Remember the risks that come with CBDCs, my friends. This is what's happening with the digital yuan in China.
News. China in digital.
Oh, come on, man.
Take family
That is so wrong. That is so wrong.
fun anywhere.
I feel like I got rugged right now. I feel like we got rugged, my friends. Wow, thank you so much for subscribing, guys. Wow, we have so many people here. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. All right. Let's get back to this. Thank you guys for joining me again. Let's smash those likes. Let's get to 150 likes.
Expiration dates with its up. In digital currency news, China is exploring expiration dates with its upcoming digital yuan, or DCEP, which means the currency will expire if not used in a certain time frame. The digital yuan is programmable to the point that the currency can be made to expire, thus forcing consumers to use it up by a certain date. This is a twist on an obscure, unconventional monetary policy innovation known as a Giselle currency, an expiring money, which gives the issuing government a heightened degree of control over money velocity. If domestic consumption can be tightly controlled, then it's a way to not just increase the volume of consumption but to control the variance of demand for the goods China produces. The digital yuan permits a new method for surveilling the population, creating new data which can be tracked by authorities.
And there you have it. An absolute surveillance tool. So the digital yuan in China, it could expire. It's completely surveilled, and it gives you new data which can be tracked by authorities. So you are trapped, absolutely trapped, if you are using the TradFi system. It's really sad because they can even connect the CBDC, the digital yuan, to your SIM card on your phone. So it tracks everything that you do, every person you call. If you call the wrong person, your CBDC is done. Absolute control, absolute surveillance. Yes, John Jermaine, they're coming to get us, guys. They are coming to get us. They're tracking your phone. They're tracking your money. They're tracking absolutely everything. So again, there's no tinfoil hat on this channel. It's just reality. Your CBDC can expire. Your CBDC is in control of not you, but the person that issues it. What are you guys saying in the chat? I'm trying to catch up. Big Dog, what's up? Welcome to the show. The only reason I have a CBDC is that it could be manipulated. Absolutely. 100%. Yes, sophisticated. It could expire. Absolutely, it could. Yo, we have Clint Westwood here. Is Clint here? Clint! Oh my God, guys. If you guys don't know Clint Westwood, please follow him. Absolutely love Clinton Westwood. He's probably one of the best speakers that I've ever met. Granted, he doesn't go on stage that often, and like he does videos, but I would love to see Clint on the stage one day. I know it's not your thing, Clint, so don't get salty with me, but you're really amazing, and so much love to you. So thank you for coming. We got Jimmy, the cool kid, in the chat. Oh, thank you. I was just gonna shout you out, friend.
Please link the video in the chat. Profound heart. Much love for the spicy sauce.
Okay, you want are you looking for the China video? Absolutely. Hold on. I got it. I'll drop it in the live chat right now. Thank you so much. Crypt 8 Boy, welcome. This is actually from MSN. So, guys, when I look for something, I look for it. I find like all the weird stuff, but this is from MSN, and you wouldn't expect it to come from this website, but that's where I found it. Crypt 8 Boy, thank you for coming. Liberty now, total loss of liberty, absolutely. Vinny, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you. Flat Smack, Bitcoin's looking great right now. Always, fam. Thank you for the super chat again. I really do appreciate it. I hope that was the link you were looking for. Cash in and cash out. Data is the new oil. Absolutely. That, you know what? That's so true. When you think about it, all of our data is sold. Every part of us, we don't own. We don't own our data. We don't own our money. We don't really own anything. Our data is sold all the time. Our money is being given out. Once you give your money to the banks, they invest it in other things. You don't own anything. The only thing that you truly own is Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency that you store in your wallet. That's the only data you own. That's the only thing that's truly yours. Nothing else is yours. Thank you for making that point. Data is the new oil. Data is what makes money in this economy. Macro investor, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate it. Crypto Surfer, thanks for coming. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Tony Bags, you're going to own nothing and be happy. Yeah, NFT Andy, thank you for subscribing. El Prof, own nothing and be happy. Yep. Sovereign Soul, thank you for the subscribe. Wow, you guys are all subscribing like crazy. This is wild. Mark, thank you so much. Guys, if you are subscribing, oh my gosh, thank you. Guys, please make sure you smash these likes. Share the stream out with friends. Doyle, Coinbase is up 10%. Oh, they didn't FUD it today? Yeah, I feel like, who said that in the chat? That I look like a spy. Yes, Julio, I do feel like a spy sometimes. Like I feel like a secret agent because I'm finding all this stuff that absolutely nobody's talking about. I was talking about FedNow since they announced it, and now everyone's just now talking about FedNow. Please. Someone said Bitcoin's looking good right now. Can I guess I got to look at the at the chart. Are we having a little pimp? Oh, we're at 23,356. We're not pumping that hard. Like, yeah, there's not too much happening right now. Still kind of in the same range from when we started the show. Yeah, not too much going on. I want to see more action. I want action. Speaking of action, we got Ryan Wyatt from Polygon. Polygon teamed up with Immutable. So if you guys aren't familiar with the two blockchains, they're really good for gaming. So I'm very surprised that they partnered up because I think a lot of people are very tribal in this space, whether like you're just a Bitcoin maxi, a ETH maxi, whatever. I'm like so over that stuff. Like, what's this state of mind that we're in? I feel like we should all be teamed up together, or not at all, but that's just my opinion. However, we got Polygon teaming up with Immutable. I think that's going to be great for interoperability between blockchains, gaming, and everything like that. MetaMask and MoonPay partnered to let Nigerians buy crypto via bank transfer, which I think is great for adoption as well. However, MetaMask, I'm a little suspect sometimes on that, but you know, that's just my opinion. I don't want to cause any drama out here. But if you guys have been watching what I've been saying, if you guys have been watching what I've been saying about account abstraction, people trying to take your keys like Visa, putting out account abstraction articles that you're going to give your keys also to a custodian like Visa and have them do, automatic payments for you. That's something that like this wallet's involved in. So I'm not, just so you know, that's just stuff I'm saying, stuff to keep in the background. Look up consensus, look up this consensus, do some research. I'm not trying to cause drama, but do your own research. MetaMask expanded its partnership with the Web3 payment company MoonPay in Nigeria to enable users to buy crypto tokens directly from their wallets. MetaMask users in Nigeria can purchase crypto using local bank transfers. They can select Nigeria as their region while buying crypto and selecting the MoonPay quote associated with their purchase amount. The purchased tokens can then be stored in their MetaMask wallet. Consensus says the integration makes it easier for Nigerians to buy crypto. MoonPay already offers localized peer-to-peer crypto purchases for users in the country. This also relies on local bank transfers, with MoonPay partnering with African fintech outfit Yellow Card. Despite being the center of significant crypto transaction volume, Nigerians aren't easily able to purchase crypto. This is due to the ban by the country's central bank that prohibits commercial banks from servicing crypto exchanges. Many Nigerian banks have also suspended their debit cards on international websites, thus making it more difficult for users to pay for crypto on centralized exchanges. Thank you for the sub. These restrictions force Nigerians to rely on peer-to-peer transactions for crypto purchases. This avenue is not without its disadvantages, as it opens the door to scammers to defraud unsuspecting victims. As always, you do your own research. But peer-to-peer transactions, that's already happening, and that needs to happen, because Nigeria, what they did over there is they forced you to use a CBDC in Nigeria. What happened there? People are now relying on peer-to-peer payments, and people aren't flocking to the CBDC because it's something that controls you. And people are going to their banks and literally lighting them on fire and rioting outside of their banks in Nigeria because they can't access their money. That's dangerous. How it all started was Nigeria introduced the CBDC. They then told people you could only do $45 a day, whether that's taking it out of the ATM, some cash, or transacting point of sale. Then they said that paper money is not legal tender anymore. So people were forced to use their CBDC. That did not work. People rioted outside of banks and are protesting. This is now leading to Nigerians relying on peer-to-peer transactions for crypto purchases and for purchases in general. A CBDC will not stop people from figuring out another way to transact. And thank gosh, there is Bitcoin that is there for everybody to choose to transact with. Because again, all you need is an internet connection to enter the world of DeFi and decentralization and start transacting value instantly. I really hope this show today, I know it was a lot in terms of just talking about CBDCs, talking about, the control that can happen. And that is happening. So I really hope that you guys can take away from this that we are very powerful. Bitcoin, hi Ninja, Bitcoin is very powerful. Cryptocurrency, the revolution that we are a part of, is super powerful. A revolution is not easy. There's going to be people that will fight you, that will do anything to bring you down. Right now, crypto is trying to be brought down by the government. An attack on stablecoins, an attack on staking, an attack on cryptocurrencies in general, saying that certain coins are securities. CBDCs being implemented. The New York Federal Reserve doing a 12-week pilot program since November 2022. San Francisco Fed looking to hire someone to help them create CBDCs. Project Hamilton, in collaboration with the Federal Reserve of Boston and MIT, they've been working on central bank digital currencies for a while now.
Get Randy some nice underwear. Old people like underwear.
Jimmy, thank you for your $20 super chat. I guess I'll go get Randy some underwear. Jimmy, that's actually really funny. That's actually really funny. Jimmy, thank you. I'll get him some underwear. He'll get a fresh pair. I don't know if I could post that on Twitter, though, like I did the tacos. Oh, gosh. Like I said, revolutions aren't easy. There's going to be pushback in every single way. CBDCs are one of those ways, whether it's the Boston Fed in collaboration with MIT, New York Federal Reserve Program, San Francisco. It's all happening. The ex-Biden administration member said there was a digital dollar being discussed in March 2022. Jerome Powell recently said wholesale CBDCs are underway. They've always been thinking about a retail CBDC. Don't think that all these bank runs and all of these things that are happening in the macroeconomic scenes of the world aren't a push for CBDCs. You don't have to worry about the bank runs if you have your digital dollar. Keep note that digital dollar, that CBDC, is total control over your life, total surveillance over your life. You cannot control anything that you do with it. In China, CBDC expires. Keep that in mind, guys. Do your own research. You guys are great, honestly, in the chat. You make me so happy. Boxers or briefs, should that be the next poll? I want to go over the poll right now. There's 244 votes in the poll, but only 175 likes. What is this madness? What is this madness? Please smash these likes. Share the stream out with friends. Oh my sheesh. Feelings on CBDCs. Evil, no. Gosh, no. Stop the madness. Got 59%. I'm all right with it. Got 11%. And I like cupcakes. Got 30%. So I'm happy you guys like cupcakes. That's more important. There's not enough cupcake fans. I agree, Julio. We need more cupcake fans. Wow, you guys are really... Ooh, you guys are talking about undies in here. No Speedos. Please, no Speedos. I'm scared of Speedos. No offense if you're like, a person that's watching this that wears Speedos. I'm just not a fan, and I'm just not. First name and last name. You broke your phone screen, so you're not smashing anything anymore. I don't suggest that you do. I do suggest that if you do happen to interact with the like button, you could do a nice tap. You could do a little boop, or you could smash it. I'm just kidding, because we don't want to break our phone screens. Let's get money collection. How can you talk your family into believing in crypto? That's a good question. And the thing is that you can't, right? You can't talk your family into believing in crypto. What you can do is tell them about crypto. When I was telling my family about crypto, especially when I first started my Twitter account in April 2020, I was told that I was using a tinfoil hat. I was called names. Bottom line, it was not good. What I decided to do from there is say, hey, I'm not going to push anybody to get into crypto. What I'm going to do is simply educate. And I wasn't even pushing them at the time to get into crypto. I wasn't. I was just trying to tell them this is what's going on. The banks could close one day, which was something that was not true, could never happen. And it ended up happening. So what I would tell you is tell your family about Bitcoin. You could tell them about cryptocurrency, that it's digital cash. You could be your own bank. It's money that you own. But try to stay away from the financial side of it. Oh, number go up, this and that. If they want to ask questions about that, sure. But it's after they do their own research and they're curious about it at that point. Don't make it seem like it's like this whole big financial venture, because it's not. At the end of the day, that's all speculative stuff. This is all about being your own bank and having money that belongs to you. So that's what I would start out with. And don't get like, I know like us crypto people, we're very defensive. We want to like have people understand us, but unfortunately not a lot of people will, because it hasn't touched them yet. A lot of people weren't concerned about the banks until last week or 2 weeks ago, when all these banks started to go down. The Silvergate went down, Silicon Valley Bank went down, Signature Bank went down. Now people are starting to realize. Now people are saying, hey, maybe I have to question what I'm doing. Maybe I have to question where I put my money. So eventually everyone will understand. I was telling my family about Bitcoin, potentially banks going down, things like that years ago. And they told me that would never happen. Earlier in the year, I said CBDCs are happening. No, that's not real. CBDCs are real. Bitcoin, banks going down is real. And again, do your own research, be your own bank. I'm not here for the pumpamentals. I'm here for the fundamentals, and it'll always remain that way. Thank you, Jimmy, for joining. I appreciate you. Doyle, your friends thought you were crazy. Then at the peak of the bull run, they all asked how to get in. Now they're back to thinking I'm crazy. Listen, that's newbie stuff. That's newbie stuff. That happens to everybody. A lot of people get hyped, and then a lot of people get humbled, and then they realize what this is all about. So they'll listen. Once Bitcoin hits 30K again, 40K again, trust me, they'll be calling you back, Doyle. All right. Balling on a budget. DCA is the way. Start small until you're comfortable. If you want to learn how to accumulate one Bitcoin, this is for you. Dollar cost averaging. DCA. DCA is the way. You buy periodically. For example, it could be daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Not yearly. I don't think that's dollar cost averaging. If you're doing it yearly, you're just like buying once a year. Is that considered dollar cost averaging? I guess. But if you're dollar cost averaging, that means you're buying periodically, daily, weekly, monthly, up to you. For example, buying $20 of Bitcoin every Friday. You're accumulating no matter where the price of Bitcoin is at or where the market stands, simply because you just want to accumulate more. You DCA all your long-term holdings. Hey, Geronimo. Nice. Nice. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate every single one of you. We have 7 more likes until 200. Can we make it? Broke Oshi, if you say it's DCAing, it's DCAing. Lipit, DCA is not looking at the chart and just buying. So yes, 1 year would also be a DCA. Yeah, so it is a DCA. It's just you're probably buying substantially more yearly than you would like something monthly. Like you wouldn't buy $20 a year if you're going to buy yearly, right? So yeah, that's still dollar cost averaging. Okay. We 5 more likes, guys. All right. It's official. What? It's not official yet. We got 2 more. 2 more likes. We're at 199. Come on, one more. Hype for the chat. Hype for the chat. Hype for the chat. Hype for the chat. Imagine overthrowing the whole world with worthless paper. This is the clown world we live in. Yup. We got 200 likes. Let's go. Woo! Yay, I'm so happy. We have 205. Whoa. Whoa. Yo, we just popped off. We just popped off. Oh my gosh, you guys are so cool. Thank you guys so much. There's so much hype in the chat. You guys make me emotional, for real. MTC printing likes. The like button going brr. The like button going brr. Oh wow, I can't believe we have over 200 likes. This is a top. Definitely a top. Thank you guys so much for the love. I really do appreciate every single one of you. I hope again this show was educational for you guys and you guys are kind of up to date with everything CBDCs and everything that's going on, the dangers of CBDCs. That's all I'm here for. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm not trying to tell you guys to go buy Bitcoin and degen your life in a 50x all and try to get rich in this space. Not at all, dude. I'm about the fundamentals versus the pumpamentals. I'm fundamentally here because I love Bitcoin. I love being my own bank. I love peer-to-peer payments and a decentralized network that no one else is in control of but the world. And no one controls the algorithm, not one person. The entire world takes part. It's immutable. Being your own bank is empowering. NFTs, being your own store, being your own record label, being your own art gallery, it's empowering. And that's what Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, gives you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please do me a favor. If you guys have not yet, please smash those likes, subscribe, share this stream out with friends so more people can learn about everything going on with CBDCs, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency, and the people fighting the good fight like Ron DeSantis and Tom Emmer. So shout out to them. And comment after this is over why you guys are in crypto, why you believe in crypto, if you guys are scared of CBDCs, if you guys are ready to get zesty tomorrow, because tomorrow, oh, sheesh, guys. Oh, sheesh. So tomorrow at noon, I'll be back for the Daily Zest, of course. But we also have a really good guest joining the show. A really good guest. Now, I would say, I would definitely shout him out. Oh, I already gave away a gender. I would already shout it out. But you know, you never know, because this person's very busy. However, if you're a fan of alts like Digibuy, Litecoin, join the show tomorrow. I plan to go live 4:15 tomorrow. So again, stay tuned. Tomorrow, 12 p.m., 4:15. Make sure you smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends, and hit that bell button so you're subscribed and you're getting notified every time I go live. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great day, a happy Tuesday, and as always, stay zesty. A peace!